congratulations. Phenomenal movie, and you did a great job. Tati, there's so many different ways you could have approached this story. Why did you do a hybrid film?
Because I wanted it to be fun, and also I couldn't afford to do it a different way. Like a real doc just takes so long, and you know I couldn't pay for that. But I wanted all the stuff that comes with the doc, the improv and the real people and the real locations and all of that. So when it sort of became clear it could be a hybrid with one actor, and we found Keyla, it just felt like we could do it.
At what point in the process did Keyla come in?
Really early. I had like an outline for it, and then I saw Keyla on Curb, and then I stalked her and like cold called her manager basically and asked for a meeting. And then once I met her, you know, we like reformed the whole thing to her. And maybe for like a year we worked on it before we shot.
Oh, wow. And then when did you know you wanted to incorporate her family?
As soon as I met them. Obviously, you see her like hang out with them and you're like, oh, like this is so beautiful and special. So I just begged.
And then Thaddius, when did you get involved?
I'm not sure, but I know like I know that like this is like a like huge like friend group that we have, and I was just kind of sitting on my ass in Austin. I was in LA, but I moved to Austin recently, and they just kind of knew I was kind of close, and I had done like little odds and ends for them like in the past, so they were kind of confident in my ability. I didn't know because it was like my first like acting deal, so yeah.
So you're friends with Tati?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Tati and Jack, yeah.
But how did you and Keyla, because you guys, your scene, it seems so natural. Like I would think you're lifelong
We
friends.
met in El Paso.
Okay.
Yeah, we met in El Paso, but we just kind of vibed. I was really drinking too. like she was taking like fake drinks and fake shots and stuff like that. I was not. So like I become super friendly. Like, so I'm easy to get along with like that for sure.
Okay, it worked out well. So when you guys were shooting your scenes, how did you direct the scenes?
Each scene was kind of different. The scenes where we could have the cameras really far away and like be on long lenses and sort of be out of sight, Keyla and I would talk about the vibe, and then we would just put her there and see who came into contact with her. So, you know, like the blood bank scene, for example, you know, we were just stood out there for like a few hours, and you know, there's different there's like 10 versions of this we could have done, which is why the editing process took so long. But yeah, we just picked, you know, what felt best and what we could like make sense of sort of within the narrative. Some of the other scenes, it was like there's a lot of texting going on. She has her phone in most scenes, so like at that diner, you know, we're sitting there and a bunch of people come in, and you know, these guys start talking to her, and I'm just texting her like BBL, you know. But we had like thought of that concept and like, you know, talked through that scene ourselves, and it's just about figuring out like when and where to sort of like deliver them, really.
And then Keyla, what was it like for you to be directed in that way?
Fun. Yeah. No, it was really, honestly, I'd never been a part of anything like this. I think it was super, super collaborative in that way. And so I really got to, how would you describe that? It was like crazy.
Yeah. It felt like run and gun with like maybe a couple permits. Like
no permits until after.
Because it felt so professional. Like the people were like welcoming enough to make you feel like, damn, we might have went through like a red tape process to get to this point, but it wasn't, I guess. That was dope.
Yeah.
Do you have a background in improv?
Yes, you should watch her episodes of Curb.
Oh, duh, that's an improv
She's
show. I'm so
good.
sorry.
No, I'm not dissing you. I'm just saying she's like that. When I saw the improv, like with Larry and Cher, whatever, you know, you see it and you're like, oh, she can hang with anyone. Like, she's the best at it.
No. That was the only prior experience I had with it, but this was something else. And honestly, the people of El Paso are so incredible, and so I'm like guiding it in a way, but they are doing all the work, and so that way it was easy in that sense, you know. But yeah, I mean, I would say how much of it was improv, like
A lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot
It was
improv.
like maybe like 90% improv, right? Yeah.
Did you ever run with it and kind of just ignore the notes that she was giving you?
No. no. I think in something like this, it was, again, like so collaborative. I think it was very specific. And again, it wasn't like we were working with other actors, right? That I'm like, okay, I can run with it and they'll follow me. Is like, I have to make sure we sort of stay on point in some ways. And,
There was like a plot idea, and then they say we'll do as many takes as it takes to get what we want. But like this is like the umbrella thing, and you guys just go ahead.
Yeah.
So it was dope like that. Yeah.
The people you guys worked with, did you at any point tell them that you were filming a movie, or did you kind of let it happen?
Well, afterwards we had to get a release. So, we sent our producer Wyatt, like, chasing them down. We got like 350 releases. It was like
Oh, wow.
an immense amount of people. Because again, like every version of these like scenes that you saw, there's 10 other versions that exist behind them.
Did you have anybody that wouldn't sign the release?
No.
Oh, good. One thing I really liked about the film is that the camera is so observational. So many of the shots are done from afar. Was that because of the way you made the film, or did you always intentionally want to do that?
Kind of both. It kind of like had to be that way if we wanted to get away with some of this stuff. And then I leaned really heavy on my DP, Chris Ripley, who's here tonight. Yeah, hi, Chris. Who's just so talented, and I could really trust him. There was another camera operator, Adam, so there's two cameras at all times sort of doing coverage, and you're like on these like walkie-talkies kind of like watching and telling them sort of where to go and who to follow. But the whole thing was collaborative with everyone, like with the crew. There was only 10 of us, and with the cast, obviously. And I just really surrounded myself with people who were smarter and more talented than me, basically, and let them do their thing.
And then Keyla and Thaddius, were you guys aware of like where the cameras were, or you were just acting naturally within the scene?
Yeah, I was definitely aware of where the cameras were. Like I was doing everything to like look around them. You know what I mean? Like every time, because I'm sure there were a few scenes where I was like looking like right at it. But yeah, I mean, because it took me something getting used to for sure. Like just it being my first time or whatever. I mean, I knew kind of the assignment was obviously like you don't want to look at the camera, bro. This is a movie.
Right, yeah. And I think especially
But it's tough. It's tougher than you think. It's tougher than you think. It's huge. Like the lenses are huge, man. Like you wanna look into them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think specifically in the city council scene was really fun. Remember they went in, right?
Yeah, we were in there for like 6 hours. Like we went to the whole city council meeting because we didn't want to feel like we were shooting a movie. So I'm a journalist, and so I had like a press pass, and we just went in like that.
Okay, we were wondering like how did that work? Like, did you have to get permission from city council?
Well, city council is public to the people. You guys should all go talk at city council, and you can film if you're press. So basically, we just sat in there and ran the whole city council. And then Keyla came in and she mic'd herself up in the bathroom.
Yes. To speak, I was like, how are we gonna do like this like they're gonna know. Only needed an email to sign up. They didn't ask. They didn't ask for my ID. I was like, what am I gonna do? They're gonna know that like, nope. He just like patted me down. Was so friendly. It's like, go ahead, miss. And then my email. That was it. Never.
And you were able to talk the first time, because I know some cities you have to go like multiple times before you get a turn.
I signed up. No, just like it's crazy to me that that's like public record. If you go on YouTube, that's like they think that that's like wild to me.
Yeah, we didn't call them back after that voice.
I was wondering about that. Like, was there any follow-up?
No, because we didn't want to blow our situation, and we didn't want to upset the mayor while we were like illegal filming everywhere. But we can follow up now.
And they still have the Omni-Base program, right?
Yes.
How did you?
Austin opted out. They just voted to get
Go
out.
Austin. Go Austin, man. Go Austin.
How did you first learn about the Omni-Base program?
I got a shitload of tickets. Seriously, I got so many tickets, and it was a nightmare. And I was like writing that in, and so I was looking, at Texas and what was different there, and I saw that this situation existed. And
Do other states have? I don't drive, so this is like a foreign concept to me.
I don't know about others. Yes, there, I'm sure, but I don't know the specifics of it. But yeah, in Texas, it's all for profit and weird. And yeah.
Do they at least put the money like back into the city, like into public programs?
No, it's a private company that the city hires.
That's
Yeah,
terrible.
it is.
Oh my God. So throughout the film, there's so much great archival footage. How did you just find the footage and then decide like what you were gonna incorporate into the film?
I spent a lot of time in archives for like my other work in journalism, and we just sort of had like a crazy Excel sheet of like what they were, and watched them and tried like a million versions and just tried to see what felt the best. The home video was like such a blessing from Keyla. I tried to use my own home video, and it was like, who is this random baby? Like, what's happening here? And so I texted her, like, do you have any? And she handed me a shoebox of like VHS
Wow.
tapes. We had them converted or digitized or whatever, and it's amazing. Like, no, my parents are here, no disrespect, but in my childhood videos, my parents are like, where are you? What are we doing? Where are you from? What's your name? Like, they're interviewing me, and Kayla's parents are like silent, and they're just these like long, beautiful shots of her and her brother like living. It's like, it's the most beautiful home video I've ever seen.
What was it like for you reliving those moments just now?
I mean, she wasn't lying. This is like the first, I just couldn't watch it before, because I mean, I guess, well, you guys will know now, right? It's the most, I'm a very private person in general, and my brother and my dad are like everything, any emotion that, you know, it's all tied to them. And so I was so, it feels so naked to have everybody see. This is my most vulnerable. And when I'm with them, that's who I am at my core. And so to have other people see that was very nerve-wracking. But I think now watching it, I was like, it's the most beautiful gift that I think I could ever receive, to sort of have that, because I think she captured the essence of like a normal family, right? And so it's beautiful.
Yeah. Would you act with your brother and father again?
No. Never again. I think this is like the perfect way to start and end their acting careers.
I don't know. Your dad's monologue was so good. I think he should keep going.
I'm so proud of him. You're like, woo! Oh my God. I'm so happy for him. He was so nervous. And again, they're like not, my dad, they just have no idea that there's like real people. So that was crazy. He did so good. Oh my God.
Amazing. So we have time for like 2 audience questions. If anybody has one. Right here.
So I've been smacked on the head by my uncle many times crossing in San Isidro for jumping over the actual line. What was it like actually filming that part of actually on the border? It just feels like so true.
It was so chill. Like, getting permission was a nightmare. It's like so much red tape and bureaucracy and whatever. And then once they agreed to like let you do it, it's like crazy easy. They just walked us to the middle. There's sort of like a purgatory between the US and Mexico where you're like, they can't tell you no. So they walked us there. We were just in between all the cars in the middle of traffic. It's a one take. They just like did it, 10, 12 times or something. But yeah, they just walked back and forth. It was really great. We just kept going until we were like, they're gonna make us leave, basically.
Yeah, it was a little too easy once we got there. I was like, this feels illegal. Like, am I gonna get in trouble? Because we were like just crossing back, and everybody's like, I don't even think I have a real ID. Like, I'm just like, there's nothing in my hand. I'm like, hey, sir. It was very scary. Good, easy.
Right here.
Could you say some more about the tarot card scene?
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, no psychic in the world will let you film them because they're running a scam. So we were on Instagram being like, who is public and a psychic? And I made Keyla DM Taro Alonso. And we were like, hey, we're like working on this little film. Can we shoot? And he was like immediately like, yes, when do you want to come here? Actually, when we were filming that, my car got towed.
Oh my God, yes.
True. And, but anyways, he was just, that was a real reading. It was also basically one. At the end, he like let us play a little bit, but it was like an oddly workable reading that he gave. And that's like his real vibe and his real place. And then later we were driving and we saw the bus stop and we were like,
his face on it,
yeah, let's go sit on his face.
I was like, oh.
Well, we have time for one more question, which I'm going to take. I'm just so curious, the ending scene at the grocery store, how real was that?
Oh, I did actually have to go to the bathroom, but it was insane. It was like, I'm telling you, the people of El Paso are incredible. And so it was funny because at one point, I was like in the store, right? And I was like walking around and Tatti just like goes by me. I don't know if my phone wasn't working or something. So she's back and she's like, go to the ground, go to the ground, go to the ground. And she's like walking by. I'm like, okay. And this lady was so nice, just like out of the kindness of her heart, was like, I'm going to help you.
Did you pay for those conchas?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I was
Yes.
like, did we? Yeah.
Yeah, that was like, that took there for like 35 minutes. Like
Yes,
she sat in the bathroom with her and she kept being, I
wouldn't
could hear
leave.
her, she kept being like,
Yeah.
these freaks with the cameras outside won't stop filming.
Oh my God, yeah. I was like,
She was not having it. But yeah, we just went in there and yeah, I told her to lay down.
yeah. And she wanted to like take me home. Like,
Yeah, she was like, you can shower, you can come shower
I
at
was
my
just
place.
like, oh, thank you so much.
And then you admitted that.
No, we didn't. We couldn't break it to her. We
She was
felt
so
she was so
nice.
nice.
It was like, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Congratulations again. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Don't forget to vote.